Once upon a time, in a tiny village, there lived an elderly couple. This elderly couple didn't have any children, but they had a faithful dog named Max, whom they loved dearly. The elderly couple loved Max as much as Max loved them. One day, while the old man was busy with gardening in the yard, he noticed Max digging persistently in a certain area. Curious, the old man started digging with his shovel where Max was digging. When the old man's wife heard Max's excited barking, she joined them. After a while, the man hit something hard with his shovel. His wife said, "It seems like you found something, my dear." What the elderly man found was an old chest. Intrigued, they opened the chest and found it filled with thousands of shining gold coins. "This must be a dream. We're rich! I can't believe it. It's all thanks to our clever dog." "Come here, Max, good boy," they exclaimed. However, the elderly couple was unaware that their young neighbor had witnessed everything. The neighbor kept saying to himself, "A smart dog that finds treasure. I wonder if he'll find a chest full of gold for me too." When night fell, the jealous neighbor sneaked into the elderly couple's house while they were sound asleep. He brought some dog treats, let Max smell them, and lured him away. Thus, in the middle of the night, he took Max out of the house and kidnapped him. The next day, when the elderly couple woke up, they couldn't find Max at home. Searching for him in the yard, they encountered the concerned neighbor who said, I think you're looking for your dog." The old man asked, "Yes, neighbor, we've searched everywhere, but we can't find Max. Did you see him?" The neighbor replied, "Yes, he was running towards the town chasing a cat in the morning." Believing the neighbor, the elderly couple went to the town to search for their dog. Taking advantage of the situation, the jealous neighbor hid the elderly couple's dog in his yard and didn't release him from the chain, saying, "Go ahead, clever dog, find a treasure, or you'll never see your owners again." Max sadly started sniffing around, and after a while stopped and began barking insistently. The neighbor, thinking the dog had found the right spot, quickly dug and finally reached a large treasure chest. "Look, neighbor, a bigger chest than yours." "Well done, clever dog," he said. The jealous neighbor then removed the chain from the dog and returned him to the elderly couple's yard. When the elderly couple returned home with a heavy heart, their beloved dog Max greeted them with barks. That evening, the jealous neighbor visited the elderly couple with a greedy smile, saying, "I'm so glad you found your dog. He must have been tired from searching. Let me take Max for a walk today." The elderly couple, grateful for the offer, agreed, saying, "You're so considerate, neighbor. Max is a friendly and affectionate companion. You can take him for a walk." The jealous neighbor called Max and took a few steps forward to talk to him. Max, however, started speaking. "This man is not good. I won't go anywhere with him," said Max. The neighbor, witnessing a dog speaking like a human, was astonished and asked the elderly couple, "Can he talk?" The elderly couple laughed and replied, "If by talking you mean barking, then yes, he talked. But all dogs bark. Why are you surprised?" "But he didn't bark. He spoke like a human. I swear to you," insisted the neighbor. The elderly couple said, "Go home and rest, neighbor. You don't seem well. You can take Max for a walk later." The jealous neighbor, still in shock, went home. The next day, he returned to the elderly couple's house, saying, "I came to apologize for my behavior yesterday. I'm feeling better today. Where is Max?" The elderly couple said, "We're glad you're feeling better, neighbor. Here's Max, our boy." Max ran to them, and when he saw the neighbor who mistreated him, he spoke again. The neighbor couldn't hide his astonishment, and cold sweat ran down his face. Max spoke once more, confirming that the neighbor was not a good person. The neighbor exclaimed, "Here's the proof! A dog that speaks like a human! You must be wizards, and Max is a magical dog. I know it." The elderly man's wife replied, "Max is just a small dog, and my husband and I are not wizards." However, the jealous neighbor insisted, "I know your magical dog found a chest full of gold in your garden. I'll prove it to the village head, and once they see you're wizards, you'll be kicked out, and Max will be mine." When the neighbor left, the elderly couple thought he had gone mad. A little later, the jealous neighbor returned to their house with the village head and a few people. He said to the village head, "These are the wizards in our village, and this is their magical dog." The village head, noticing the neighbor's odd behavior, said, "I think our neighbor isn't well. He seems to be talking nonsense." "Look, neighbor, these people are kind-hearted residents of our village. If you have evidence that they are wizards, show it. Otherwise, don't bother so many people." The jealous neighbor pointed at Max, saying, "Tell them something, magical dog. Come on." Max spoke and warned everyone about the neighbor's deceit. The neighbor proudly said, "There, the dog speaks like a human. Believe me." The village head and the villagers exchanged puzzled glances. The village head addressed the neighbor, saying, "What are you talking about? The dog only barked, just like any other dog. You're causing trouble for no reason. Leave our village immediately." In shame, the jealous neighbor left the village. The village head assured the elderly couple, "You are good people. Don't worry. Our village will be a safer place without him." After all that happened, Max endeared himself to everyone with joy and excitement. From that day on, the elderly couple lived peacefully with their beloved dog, Max. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.